Tick tanks are going to be the most efficient for the cost, so. Hello, Orca bombers. Oh, rip that guy. That's why I hate Orca bombers. And they blew that up too. Freaking hate all of you. That was probably the missile, wasn't it?
Unit ready.
I don't know. The only reason I have those aircraft is to deal with artillery that is relatively open to attack, so I don't really care that I lost that one, because at this point they've done most of their job. There's a seeker drone. That's a GDI thing, by the way, and it's the world's worst object. It it spawns and randomly targets an enemy structure or unit or whatever, and then blows it up. It flies across the entire map, completely invulnerable to everything, and then blows it up. It does like 9 million damage and one-shots everything. It's really quite annoying. Hello? You shouldn't be able to kill that when there's 2 lasers. Yeah. Keep building tick tanks. I could keep building elite cadre, but I don't. Oh, I can build them at the same time, right, without swapping the menu around, which I will do. Because elite cadre are very good for the cost. They are effectively cyborgs without the ability to self-heal, and without the missing legs status effect, which actually makes cyborgs tankier. It just makes them really slow, because they're permanently crawling, which is reduced damage for infantry. But they're also like half the cost, so you really can't fault it. They're very cost-efficient units. There's no reason to build regular rifle or whatever infantry in this mission, because you have these. Cluster missile is ready. This pleases me. Just hang out over there real quick. Move up there, you guys move up there, just so I know who you guys are. I really should set waypoints for these, because, you know, it's a thing you can do, apparently, but whatever. I don't have any money. Why don't I have any money? I have enough harvesters that I should have money, but I don't. I'm trying to find the stealth generator. Now, it's obviously not going to be over here, but this is where the power is, so, and since I can't find the stealth generator, we're just going to do this the hard way and blow up all the power. Because it's probably the easy way. Where's this? There it is. It's over there. We're just gonna keep blowing up the power. If he has low power, then I'm happy, so whatever. And the reason I'm not deploying these guys is I don't care enough, and they're gonna be moving here in a minute anyway, so. Keep building those. The tanks are good. They're just gonna die to artillery at this point. They've pissed off the gods. Blow it up. Actually, they're just gonna die to Orca bombers, apparently. There we go. So all the helipads are dead, at least all the helipads that I'm aware of. I don't know if that stops the attacks, but all the helipads are dead. This base has no production. It does have refining, though, unfortunately. Did you guys get shot by a missile? I don't think so. Am I building anything? Yes. Not that I have the money to do this, apparently. Maybe I should build some more harvesters? Nope, this is the maximum harvesting capacity I can have. I can't get that, which is sad. What I could do is blow up everything but those silos and capture those for a bit of an injection of money, but that base is, for all intents and purposes, done. This is a cyborg creation facility, if you're curious what those piles of civilians are. Something's being attacked. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. They blew up my lasers, which I apparently haven't been paying attention to enough. Build a laser over here. Build a laser back here. Maybe. Just to get rid of that infantry that's sat over there being annoying. Not that one, apparently. God dang it. Whatever. It's good enough, I don't care. As long as my base is functioning, it doesn't really matter how effective it is at surviving. I just need it to pump out units. That was a missile launch, by the way. And it blew up one of my refineries that had a bunch of crap in it, unfortunately. So I'm gonna have some guys harvest that for me, just to get it out of my base. I don't think we're gonna be able to rebuild there anyway, though, because of that little divot that happened there. Freaking insufficient funds all the time. What's up with the laser fire going on here? Oh, that's what's going on with laser fire. Apparently they killed that artillery as well. Are you kidding me? Freaking technicians. Alright, can I rebuild over here? Oh, I can, once we're finished gathering all that. Alright. You guys, go blow that up, because it's right there anyway. We're gonna leave that because I can't build any vein hole gathering capabilities anyway, so there's no reason to open that up. At least I believe I still have the tech center required to build that. Hello. I thought we had killed you, but apparently not. Glad he didn't start shooting at us, because that's basically free damage for him. Again, there's no reason to do anything with this base. This base is done, apart from the refining, which we can just shoot missiles at, I guess.
Select target.
Not that he actually needs the money anyway, he doesn't do anything with it, but whatever. So there are two bases south of here. I believe one of them is the production of hover MLRS, which is good to take out. And then way to the southeast, if we actually just went across the river, it'd be way faster. But way to the southeast is the cluster missile, the multi-missile area, the nuke silos or whatever, missile silos. Unfortunately, Elite Cadre cannot shoot aircraft, so we're gonna bum rush across this bridge because otherwise this cyborg reaper is gonna blow the bridge up, which will keep us from getting across it and thus back across it. But there's a little thing here that produces those, as mentioned earlier. There's a missile launch detected. We're just gonna pile these guys up real quick over there so I can do something. This is all that's over there. It's just a building that produces hover MLRS. I really hate the fact that you have freaking missiles, so we really need to deal with that soon, because that's basically just costing me time and money at this point. In fact, at this point, that should be the only threat to my base, is that the cluster of missile silos that are way down there. Unfortunately, there is no easy way to deal with that. Prepare for move, move, move to be shouted a bunch apparently, but there's no easy way to deal with that. We're probably just going to end up having to use a bunch of elite cadre to do it. I forgot they can get run over, by the way. Which cyborgs cannot, because they're counted as technically vehicles, but elite cadre can, unfortunately. They can also be caught in the bases under attack. Why? Who knows? Oh, they blew up the stealth generator over there. I was wondering what was up with my stealth. Whatever, it doesn't matter. This base is dead. There's nothing else here, I don't think. Except for that, which could have been troublesome. There we go. And I will show you why it's going to be a problem to get to that other base over here without using elite cadre or aircraft, but aircraft is obviously not very good. Is that this basically entire half of the map is covered in vein holes, so these guys are basically just going to come back here and deal with this artillery that has decided to apparently show up to the party. Thankfully, for some reason, they've decided to not attack me. Kind of existing over there. What are you doing? Are you seriously gathering that Tiberium over there? This would explain why we don't have any money if you're gathering that Tiberium. Are we really out of Tiberium? We must be.
Capture these stations and retrieve the codes to
Let's get our elite cadre, tell them to go over there. And get our tick tanks out of the way. This is a lot of experienced vehicles we have here, so we should... That was a missile launch. We should probably build a few repair vehicles to get these guys repaired up.
Base under attack.
Again, don't care if my base is pretty as long as it functions, which it is currently doing. So.
Ready. Sir? Yes, sir. Unit ready. Unit report, yes, sir.
You guys don't need repairs, so I don't need to worry about you. Stop building you, because I don't want to deal with you. Alright. This is our elite cadre crew. We'll probably use them to destroy the vein hole monsters as well. We'll just have to be careful about it. Oh, we didn't blow that up. And we will be saving our multi-missile for our assault here. I don't actually want you repairing those. I want you guys over here. Apparently that's damaged. And nearly dead as well, and I forgot to repair it, or whatever. We're also going to need a ton of artillery for this. So you guard, you guard. And they'll sort themselves out over time. The reason I'm going to be building a bunch of artillery is I'm going to be trying to cheese the end of this mission. I no longer have a war factory, so never mind. I'm going to be trying to cheese the end of this mission. What you do is you set up a bunch of artillery, tell them to attack this, and then... Excuse me. The instant you capture all three of these facilities, that wall goes down, and they should kill this before this thing does anything. Which is good, obviously, because that thing is Destroyer of Worlds if you let it get anywhere. It has dual rapid fire. By the way, there's an orange crystal. One of the only... I think it's the only orange crystal in the game, actually. It can't do anything, though, because they've surrounded it by hills. It has dual rapid fire railguns, like super rapid fire railguns. It will wreck everything in a very short period of time. There should be a vein hole somewhere around here. There it is. It needs to back up, lay a bunch of fire on it, and then back up, because that should kill it, and we'll just let that stuff dissipate and hang out back there. Can I build over here?
Capture these stations and retrieve the codes to disable.
We're building our artillery now that I've rebuilt that.
New construction options.
Shouldn't take long for that stuff to dissipate. He says as it takes a while to dissipate, I should probably not have quite so many of you guys hanging out over here.
Base under attack.
Always with the missiles trying to blow my stuff up. It's very rude.
Unit ready.
The worst part is that they don't need vision to do anything, unfortunately. There's also some Tiberian fiends north of here. North of here. Near another vein hole monster, I believe, so I'll have to be careful about that. There's also a very long bridge over here, which I don't remember if I need to repair or not. If we do, that part's not too hard, because at this point we have vision over here. What I do want is for you guys to pile up as closely as you can and sprint across the bridge.
Unit ready.
No, nope, it's broken. Alright. I think...
Training.
Yeah, we already have one of those. Cool.
Capture
I don't know what to
these
do with these
stations
things.
and retrieve the codes to disable his defenses.
Just ignore that small pause there. Be right. Want more elite country?
Silos.
Probably not. I don't know. I want to kill this other vein hole monster so these veins start disappearing a little faster though, to be honest. Fortunately, there's a bunch of these things around here and they hurt a lot. There's also a more threatening thing somewhere around here, the tentacle monster. Not that. That is not the threatening thing. We'll do some damage, but not a lot. Here's the other vein hole monster. I think there's only two. We'll just kill those, get out of the way, repair this bridge. Send you back. We'll send these guys across the bridge. Unfortunately, we don't have a means of sending reinforcements with them, other than as tanks.
Capture
have a
these
lot of-
stations and retrieve the codes to disable
Until those
his
vein holes
defenses.
disappear, so we're going to try and do it with our elite cadre, some of which are experienced, particularly this guy who's Destroyer of Worlds, apparently.
Missile launch detected.
But we do want to take this stuff out as quickly as possible, because you've probably noticed
Base under attack.
it's kind of annoying. I forgot this game doesn't have a thing where you double click the control hotkey and it jumps the camera to him. There should be a bunch of cyborg reapers here, which is actually the main problem with this strategy. Because these are infantry, cyborg reapers are not effective at killing infantry, but they can easily neutralize infantry. We do have to be wary of that. Meantime, we'll blow up these power plants because they're incredibly vulnerable. There's a few of these, so there's exactly why I hate dealing with these, by the way. Thankfully, once he does it once, it's a little bit easy to deal with it because he'll just sit there and shoot missiles, but here is all of the nonsense that I want to deal with. Unfortunately, I don't think we can actually cluster missile over there because there is the objective right in the middle of all of this that I actually forgot existed over there. There we go, we killed that one. There should be one more cyborg reaper in the corner over here. And that'll be all of the ground-capable defenses that are in the area, and we can just slowly whittle down all these missile silos. Which means now, once these are dead, there is zero threat. We will have to blow up these walls at some point, but that part's easy. Zero threat to my actual base. I don't know why I'm blowing these up, they don't do anything. Like, they're just taking up power, so I really shouldn't blow them up. Look at the experience on these guys now. I wish you could heal these guys, but unfortunately, Nod doesn't have medics, so. There we go, no more missiles, no more aircraft attacking me. In fact, there should now, at this point, be nothing attacking me, so. No more hover MLRS from there, which is, a hover MLRS and the missiles is probably the most annoying thing. But because there is no missiles, I can safely just pile up my units in location, on location, at locations. My base is under attack for some reason, we'll check that out in a minute. Why were you under attack? Appears you got shot by a missile, but it could have been anything, I don't know. So this stuff is all disappearing now, which is good. And we'll continue running our elite cadre around. This is, once the elite cadre get a rank 3 veterancy or a rank 2 veterancy, I forgot what it's actually called. I think it's rank 2. Once they get a star, they do astronomical amounts of damage in very short periods of time. They're not very tanky though, so there's our other objective. There's the tentacle monster, which appears to be stuck on a wall, which I'm fine with. You, however, I'm not fine with. There's that other vampire monster. I knew there was a third one, but that one's bugged. It doesn't ever do anything. Now I don't know why, because it should, but that vein hole monster is physically incapable of growing veins beyond this. I think it's actually tied to this pile of veins. And I have no idea how. I don't know what sort of witchcraft they did for that, but I think it's tied to this pile of veins. Once you kill that vein hole monster, I think this goes away. It looks like it's lost some of the veins, but I don't know. Either way, it doesn't grow anything over here, so it's not actually a threat to anything at all. We've got 2 of those available.
Ready for action. No
Now, I'm not actually going to be capturing those until we're ready, obviously, because that triggers an event, which I don't want to deal with at the moment. In fact, I'm probably not even capable of dealing with at the moment. Hello. Please get away from death incarnate over there. That's why I'm afraid of those things. They conveniently seem to be stuck in walls, though, so whatever. Hey, why aren't you moving? I got them stuck in the wall, I think, but whatever. We sorted it out. Apparently we're still being bombed.
Capture these stations and retrieve
For some
the codes
reason.
to disable his defenses.
I'm pretty sure this base over here doesn't have any stuff left in it. There's a relatively easy way to check that involving some attack cycles, so we should probably do that. But I thought I killed all the helipads over there. I might have missed one.
Ready.
We're gonna lose these infantry, by the way. I'm basically just suiciding them in an attempt to scout stuff out. There is one more base, and I believe it's up here.
Unit ready.
It's not much of a base, and I don't know if it actually really does anything, but it does exist. I'll kill him. Look at that damage though, it's great. I mean, you can get other units with this kind of experience gain on them and do that kind of damage, but these are so cheap for the damage output they do. It really is astonishing. Actually stay here, because we're going to get attacked by that guy soon. So you guys decided to wander off, but whatever. Alright, buggies. Just like drive over there and do donuts or something. I don't really care what you do. I think there's an obelisk of light over here somewhere. Oh, but he doesn't have any power. So don't blow that up, because he doesn't have any power. And if I blow that up, it's possible it'll give him some power. There's that. Oh, there's two obelisks over here. So that's where the Seeker drone and stuff is coming from. In fact, I don't think he has any power output anymore, so... Oh, nope, he does have power output, unfortunately. Blow that up for me. If you can? No. Okay. Nothing? It's all nothing over there. Okay. Well, that's fine. There is that base down there, though, which I didn't do anything with because I never actually got to. Why are you still damaged? You can't be under attack that frequently, good lord. I should repair this. This is actually a third-party structure. It's, I believe it's aggressive to me and neutral to Cabal, but it is not Cabal's structure. It's obviously denoted by the fact that it's green. It is a third party. Cabal is always blue. Nod is always red. I don't know what's wrong with you. Nod is always red. GDI is always golden. And neutral is always going to be either gray or green, depending on things. Usually they'll make it green because it's easier to see green on the map in most cases. Despite the fact that Tiberian is also green, and I realize that's kind of counterintuitive, but you'll deal with it. You can actually see that the bridge structures are actually green on the map as well. Who knows, maybe they're technically a faction, I guess. You do have power now, unfortunately. Oh, I found his power. I know a way to solve this problem.
Select target.
Hold it up for me if you can. Oh, you're not gonna help. So you blew that up for me. Can you blow that up? Can you blow that up? He doesn't have power anymore, so we're basically just harassing him at this point. There's got a war factory here. I don't think anything here. I think there is no production here. I think that's just the subterranean units freaking out for no reason.
These stations and retrieve the codes to disable.
And I don't think there's a base in this area. So we're gonna go ahead and make another save. This is a long mission, I know. Save over this one. There's probably a way to like speedrun this mission, but I don't know it, so whatever. Put you guys over here. We're actually gonna build a few... I can find them. Where are they at? Oh, I lost my tech center, didn't I? I wonder how long ago I lost my tech center. Didn't realize it. Maybe that's why I couldn't build any stuff. A bit confused there, but we're gonna build a tech center. We're gonna build some subterranean units, then fill them with elite cadre and rocket infantry. It doesn't matter where I build anything anymore because my base is not under threat at the moment. This should give us subterranean transports. Yep. And the reason I'm building these rather than Devil's Tongue is because Devil's Tongue have issues with hills. They cannot figure out how hills work. Because hills block flames because they are technically a projectile. Which is no bueno and terribly inefficient, but whatever. Good enough to fill those two. Build 10 rocket infantry and I guess 5 more elite cadre, and that'll give us enough to fill 5 transports with a relatively dangerous group of infantry here. I'll just kind of fill them haphazardly for now. I don't see a reason why I shouldn't just fill them haphazardly, so whatever. You know, I could just shoot this missile out of that war factory, I guess. Doesn't really matter where I shoot it, to be honest, though, so whatever.
Unit ready.
In fact, it's not going to be useful to shoot the missile at the core defender over there, because there's basically zero chance I'll be able to hit the core defender. And I'm going to deploy these guys so they don't have people in them anyway in a second, so it doesn't really matter that I did that, but whatever. Reason I'm doing this is I want to deploy all of you, do this, go control 1, put you guys back in.
Capture these stations and retrieve the codes to disable his defenses.
Are you guys not properly... Oh, because they're moving, that's why they won't go in there. That's right, I forgot. Because they're being derps. Alright, go in there, go in there, go in there. No, in. So everyone's full? Yep, alright. Everyone inside and otherwise should be on a control group. And you guys are going to do some very, very inefficient scouting for me, but whatever. I don't know of another easy way to do this kind of thing. So, basically, aircraft have garbage... They're going to die, by the way. Aircraft have garbage view radius, so you kind of have to do this floating around thing to be able to get vision on stuff. Like so. This is where the, what's supposed to happen is this is supposed to build cyborgs. I don't think he has any money, so it's kind of irrelevant. But it's supposed to build cyborgs, and these transports will transport them down to here. But that stops happening so fast into the mission that I'm not actually sure. And then they'll just sit there and freak out forever. Which is obviously not very efficient, so let's go ahead and deploy these guys over here-ish. Close to the artillery so we don't get immediately wrecked by them, which would obviously not be beneficial. And this map is huge, you've probably noticed, so it's going to take a while for them to get over here. We should probably build some replacement. We'll just build some rocket infantry and walk them to the other ones.
Unit ready. Unit ready.
Everyone out. Everyone who can, please get out. And all of you guys are just going to get run over by that artillery now, so that was not very efficient there, was it?
Unit lost.
Oh. Let's go to the original plan of building Devil's Tongues, yes. I was hoping they would kill this cyborg before they all got trapped, but they didn't, so now you got to watch me fail horribly. Hooray. You blow up some walls for me, actually, since I'm sending you first. Go over there. You go blow up some other walls for me, thank you.
Capture these stations and retrieve the codes to disable his
I'm
defenses.
sad. We do still have all of our transports though, so it's not all a loss. In fact, you guys can actually go ahead and clear out the area for my artillery.
Unit ready.
Where should be over here, I believe. I could blow up this wall. Oh no, there's a Vanehole monster there. Last time I did this mission, that Vanehole monster didn't exist, and then like halfway through the mission, I could see this area. It just didn't exist. And halfway through the mission, this stuff just started going away. So I thought it might be linked to this one, because it had nothing attached to it, and I blew it up like a bit before I noticed that stuff was disappearing. But apparently not, so whatever. It's gonna take him half a century to blow up this wall, by the way. Where did you come from? Freaking Viceroy just shows up out of nowhere. He won't last very long.
Yes, sir.
I believe there are a few artillery up here, but there's nothing major up here, I don't think. We do have to blow that up though.
Moving out. Yes, sir.
Capture these stations.
I don't know if we can actually hit that artillery. So
Yes, sir.
Cluster missile ready.
we'll get too invested in that. Let's actually build a Harpy. Just one Harpy. That's all we need. So we can blow him up. I have no idea why this is shown to us.
Ready.
There's no way to get up here. There's just an artillery that just hangs out over there for no apparent reason.
Unit ready.
We're just gonna tell him to attack that. There is 2 obelisks over here, which are not buildable normally unless you mod it in to play as Cabal.
Unit ready.
Obelisk of Light is anti-air. Obelisk of Darkness, which is this one, is anti-everything else. Cabal Obelisk. I think it's called no, that one's the Darkness. Never mind. There is no light. I don't know. Whatever. Core Defender, as I mentioned, is anti-everything else, so...
Unit ready.
What was I doing? I was building something. Oh yeah, Devil's Tongues. Have you... You have blown it up. Go ahead and blow up an extra wall just in case you can't walk through corner walls. I don't remember if you can or can't, so... We've blown him up. But that should be all the stuff that's over here, apart from the patrolling cyborg reapers over there.
Disable his defenses.
Which we won't be necessarily offensively dealing with. We will be deploying a bunch of tick tanks, like right over here, though. Go ahead and deploy. Should be able to shoot him. They can. Fantastic. Not very effectively, but they can shoot him nonetheless. Now, I will point out, that's not a very good defensive formation for a thing that has rapid-fire railguns, but I do not care. Where are you going, dude? You're gonna make me move to shoot at you, unfortunately. Alright, good enough. I think that thing can shoot through the firewall, but I'm not entirely sure. We can test it, just kind of park over there. How's it going, my friend? Yep, it can shoot through the firewall. It's basically a lower power rapid fire obelisk. It's much more effective against infantry than a regular obelisk obviously would be. Let's go blow that up. You guys will figure it out. Maybe, I don't know. I doubt they will, but maybe. And then you guys can go ahead and deploy over here. Actually, just in case so they don't wander through stuff I don't want them wandering through. Just tell them to go that way. Go ahead and get 2 engineers on their way to those points because it won't trigger anything until I capture the 3rd point. You guys doing anything over here? Blow that up. Blow something up, I don't care what. This is why I don't like using Devil's Tongues for like anything at all, to be honest. Because they can't hit stuff when it's hilly like this. They'll hit each other, which is obviously not beneficial to me, but whatever. I don't need to kill everything over here, it's kind of irrelevant anyway. They will also, they'll burn each other actually way faster than they'll burn anything else, but they will also deal AoE damage in the way, kind of the way that disruptors do as well. We haven't done anything to that, so you guys can just kind of sit there. Frankly, I don't care what you're doing at this point, and we will nail it. No, we don't need that, we already have some.
Capture these stations and retrieve the codes to
Go over there.
defenses.
Go over there, you'll figure it out. Build another engineer.
Training.
I need you.
Unit ready.
Thankfully these artillery didn't get attacked by anything, because that would have been quite the trouble there. Alright. You guys get in. You guys park over there. We'll use the rocket dudes to blow open the wall. Again, the rest of this base is irrelevant, because he won't do anything anyway. He has no money, you probably noticed. In fact, he's had no money for quite some time. I lost a unit, apparently, somewhere. For some reason. Apparently I lost that unit. No, you're not the one going over there. Oh, there's a freaking Viceroid. We're gonna have to do something about this Viceroid. Maybe. Let's capture that. We can repair these once we capture them. They are actual buildings that we will own. I don't know if we can build off of them, though. Probably determine that. Oh, we can build off them. We'll build a couple lasers off of this one and the other one just to protect them. From the evil Viceroid. Which apparently moves at the exact same speed as this engineer at the moment, which is comical. Can all of you guys just deploy and shoot at that, please? Maybe. Why can you guys not, like, move out of there or something? You obviously can't shoot it from there, so I don't care where you go, just... Apparently the base is under attack. Go somewhere that you can shoot this thing. They're glitching out over there. Yo, Viceroid, can you not do that, please? I would appreciate it. He'll hang out here because the stupid Tiberian, but we'll eventually kill him because the AI's not very good on him. There we go. Go ahead and deploy you guys. Deal with the wall of doom for me. I like when the rocket soldiers run in place when they shoot their rocket, by the way. It's great. I don't know what causes them to do that, but whatever.
And retrieve the codes to disable his defenses.
So you guys are all firing away, which is good. Those two are captured. The only one left to capture... I'll just watch that guy enjoy himself a little bit. The only one left to capture is this one.
Silos needed.
We'll go ahead and control group you guys, because you guys actually need to be doing something soon. Capture that, and that should trigger the rest of
Control
this.
station captured.
Code fragment retrieved. GDI is uploading the final pieces of the code now. Stand by. Code received.
There we go.
Firestorm wall coming
There's
down.
the core defender,
2.
and we win.
Activating defense protocol. Defender now.
Today, we have defeated the single greatest threat to the survival of the Brotherhood and triumph! Today, the madness of Cabal was put to an end, and a new era has begun. We are strong. We are invincible. We are the future of the survival of mankind. Nod remains a unified force with one vision and one purpose. We will continue to uphold the ideals of Cain, peace through power. When Cain returns, we will truly be unstoppable. In the name of Cain! In the name of Cain! In the name of Cain!
My vision has permutated. My plans have followed a path unpredicted by the union of Nod and GDI.
Our directives must be reassessed.
There you go. And it just dumps you out on the menu. So that's the last mission. I'm probably going to split it because it's apparently an hour and 10 minutes long. I think that may actually be longer than the other one, but it went a little bit better. Not necessarily great, but whatever. So that's the end of Firestorm. I mentioned I will not be doing the GDI campaign for this or the Nod campaign for the original, so I have to find someone else for that, but I did do this. So I hope you liked it. Thanks for, you know, the views, the comments, the people telling me how to do keyboard shortcuts that I'd forgotten existed, and all of that jazz. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. See you then.